make you feel better if you're in the sticky tar pit of it right now and you're feeling that. But I do want to say from experience that it does dissolve with.
Make you feel better if you're in the sticky tar pit of it right now and you're feeling that. But I do want to say from experience that it does dissolve with deep breaths and a lot of space and a lot of time. And I think it will eventually possibly end up applying to most of us in here. And it only gets better. You'll only get better. Don't give up. And then the last thing about regarding dying, a gentleman, a giant actually, on whose shoulders I stand, a gentleman by the name of Utah Phillips, died. Oh, good, a couple of you know him. Helped pave the way for us to get to do what we love for a living, and telling stories and hanging out with people and just getting to live for a living. He died a couple years ago in his sleep at the age of 73, and the newspaper said he died of heart failure. But I was playing Trivial Pursuit with some friends in Seattle, and the question was, according to Sigmund Freud, what is the goal of all living organisms? And the answer, according to Freud, was death. And I was thinking, if Freud was right, which he has been about a couple of things, as embarrassing as that is, Mom. If Freud was right and the goal of all living things is death, then Utah Phillips did not die of heart failure, y'all. He died of heart success. This poem is for him and for everyone riding in the van.
You feel better if you're in the sticky tar pit.
Past the places past the you, but you carry with you on the
Very long drive, 6 to 7 hours a day. Very long drive, 6 to 7 hours a day, and we are so happy to be in the Northeast where you guys all live close together.
Very long drive, 6 to 7 hours a day, and we are so happy to be in the Northeast where you guys all live close together. When I rode off into the sunset, there was no blackout or camera behind me. I did not recede into the distance. I was still. Very long drive, 6 to 7 hours a day, and we are so happy to be in the Northeast where you guys all live close together. When I rode off into the sunset, there was no blackout or camera behind me. I did not recede into the distance. I was still very much present with what I had left behind. My horse was thirsty from how far I ran him, and your God is my witness. I ran him until I rode into town here and realized I'm not the end of a movie. I'm done playing sunsets for lonely. My best days are the days I see clearly. So I had hoped to come clean here perfectly for you and the whole saloon. But there is no polish on the tables tonight. Expect rough spots then when I show you my cards. These hands we were dealt may splinter. The spades could get under your skin. I was living with them under my skin. They were digging up into my film strip. I was riding with them stuck in my heart. It is work to ride head up and holy here. It is painters with slack in their brush. Painters all jacked up on stampede dust, just trying to get it right. I've been trying to get it right, and I've been learning here how to grow larger than the monsters alive in my dreams, swinging a crowbar out of my whistle. grand pianos out of my rust. I shot typewriter keys out of cannons I keep, aimed at the bandits alive in my trust. There were bandits alive in my trust, come to burn down the verbs left alone in my blood, barking like dogs in a combine. My horse had sweat like a war on a landmine, jawbone chomp at the bit like a bear trap telegraph. I know I look like a bleeding dot by now from where you stand, where there is mad dash and such wild west, and it is raining down locomotives on a horse who might not have a name, but who carries a trough in his chest, empty as it may be today, from feeding bandits disguised as the Pony Express, coming up spades and splinters, my workhorse spitting out hammers and ink. There is a colony of bad fathers who built this place, still alive in the way I was led to think, like a snake who can shed his own crucifixion, or a midnight rider who leaves his beast under the whip of a daylight sky. Yo, that's why I looked like Gallup cursive when you held me under the horizon line to magnify every single silver screen I stole while I was high on my filthy electric wail, like a bullet through a junkyard ghost. You know, I don't care to be good, Sheriff. I care to be whole. So read what it says in my buckles, boy. Take your sunset out of my rise. I will not send you sailing if you came here to drive. And I know you came here to drive. That's why it reads don't give up on your saddle, like I wrote won't give up on my life, like I've been typing my name on a horse I drove through the desert as sure as a river he ran. And I swear on my shadow he wouldn't turn back. No matter how much slack I typed into his neck, not everyone wants to go home, to get the sunset painted back into their bones, to have the law with all that slack in its love, pretending to save me. You don't need to save me. I already did that myself. When your God is my witness never turned up. There was a typewriter buried alive in that horse, the one I rode to get out of the flood. Fortified fan blades and Ferris wheel lights, true of heart and best foot forward, our long-awaited love made easy. Remember for sure, no doubt, these things, the joy. We are a point of complete. this life, standing guard over your solitude. My eyes are monsters for most things approaching. I'm probably gonna need a hand with that. This heart, this sleeve, neither one of them things is all that clean but the rain. My lucky number, been doing her part to make things right. For the light bulbs and the bruises, hiding holy water was not my forte this life. Forte is French for blanket fort. I have trusted my corners to revolving doors, but I'm fluent in getting better. We are fluent in bouncing back, lifting quickly, learning fast. Our courage, it's a natural habitat. You know we're gonna build a body to keep the wolves out. Hold my house, you humble barbarian. This door only opens for the remarkable now. So we will both show up remarkable. Speak your piece from the I can do anything. Say it clearly, follow through on runways. In turbulence, there is a book living inside your chest with dilated instructions on how to make a safe landing. It was written for crash landers. Thank you. I'm coming home to listen. It is time. Please, you must forgive me my distractions. There's a freckle on your lip. It's the National Archive. Give it to my ears so you can see what I mean. Here, hold my breath. I will be right back. There are gifts hidden beneath these lungs. Slide your hand over my mouth and I will speak them. In hang glider, in hilltop, from the loyalty of a landscape, silk in a sandpaper offering plate, the jacket on a handsome man, that lip, sweet grape, you cannibal. Kiss my eyes with it till they see what it is that I wish to write down your name. Film strips of prayer, ribbons of a garden in stereo, driftwood welded to the guest house, ring finger wrapped in a horseshoe nail. I will meet you by the 8th day dream, in the wide open purpose of a locomotive coming to a standstill with the sea like thumb on pulse. You watch what happens when the air erupts into suction cups, opening up to breathe, like the love in my lungs took the tip of my tongue and finally taught it how to read. You 5-acre ladder-back pearl book pouring from a pilated chest of earth. I know our story may look like octopus ink to the rest of the breath in this world, flying in under the radar, holding to a pattern of worth. Come closer, you guests of honor. Chickens, stay off the porch. And quiet and kindly, we are the house gift wrapped in welcome mats. Your dinner's on the table in thanks of that. And the loaves of chocolate toast, the book of Job and of jet propulsion, raincoats floating in a rocket ship, playing naked checkers in bed. It is an utterly epic arrival every time I get to see you again. God, this is what I was talking about for like 37 years. A true story of ocean throat, of grace, the holy goodness glory. I was praying to your face, my man. This is what I meant, and this is what I meant to do. So sit me down inside us now and let me praise the greatest good in you by laying down my weapons, including the shield, in rest, inception, for real, on cue. My friend, you came, your name well lit, stenciled on the walls of Fremont County years before we even met. In landscape, in scope, and so, wing-tipped, I wrote it, down to the ground you walk on, with the heels of my helium shoes. It says, put your ear to the sky and listen, my darling.
Songs, the little lost birds and the prettiest
songs. The little lost birds sang the prettiest songs, and the little lost birds sang the prettiest songs. Well, I don't care if the sun don't shine, and I don't care if nothing is mine, and I don't care if I'm nervous with you. I'll do my loving in the winter time.
For the teens, by the teens, this place is run, and you're doing an amazing job, and we feel real at home here, and thanks for making that happen. And I'd like to thank the air intake valve for challenging my auditory nature. I dedicate this poem to last year. If we were created in God's image, then when God was a child, he smushed fire ants with his fingertips and avoided tough questions. There are ways around being the go-to person, everybody. Even for ourselves. Even when the answer is clear. Like the holy water Gentiles drank before they realized forgiveness is the release of all hope for a better past. I thought those were chime shells in your pocket, so I chucked a quarter at it, hoping to hear some part of you respond on a high note. You acted like I was hurling crowbirds at mocking bars and abandoned me.
She thought it was weird. My mom had bought me this big cylinder can of alphabet blocks with different colored letters painted on each side. I had convinced myself that I had swallowed the yellow letter L. I was just trying to get it out of my body. There was so much that I would like to get out of my body.